Hey guys, someone asked for an update of the Prelude. Not gonna lie, it's not really an update because I'm trying to sell it. So I kind of mangled it. Well, I didn't mangle it. Like I took it apart. So as you can see, no more spoiler. Spoiler's off. Took it off. I find it actually looked better without a spoiler, anyways. But yeah, so I might put it back on just because it's holes on the trunk, and I don't want to sell it with holes on the trunk. Tinted the taillights. I don't know if you guys already know that. But yeah, so I was working on the whole interior all yesterday. As you can see, I put the stock seats back in because I've decided to keep the racing seats. I sort of took out the parts that I'm going to keep for my next car, but it's time for me to let this one go. I've had my fun with it, and I've finished customizing it, but time for someone else to have fun. So yeah, I got stock box of seats. I took out the carpets. I put the old deck in. Still works fine. And I took out it was right here, the RPM gauge, the big gauge. Took that out. Took out my underglow. Took out the lights that I had in the back here. No more lights. I took out the gauges on the side that were on the pillar there, but those are gone. And yeah, a lot of work, but not really an update though, because I should have done one before I started taking it apart. I'm probably gonna take the Lambo doors off too and put the stock doors back on, and then sell the Lambo hinges separately. But yeah, it's time for it to go. I'm looking to get a Nissan 240SX, so it's time for me to move away from front wheel drive. As much as I love this car, and I love it to death because it's an awesome car, but gotta let it go. I also took off, I didn't show you guys these yet, but it's tow hooks that I bought for this car. I took them off, but as you can see, it's neochrome. I bought them off eBay, and they're pretty, like, look at the size. Like, I have decently big hands, but look at the size of that. Compared to my spoiler, look at that. It's a big ass tow hook. But yeah, so took these off. I had a front and a back, so the front one, there's a little hole in the bumper where my tow hook was. And yeah, sucks that I'm selling it though, but I can't keep every car I own. I already got this one in the MR2, and the MR2 is my winter car, and I thought I'd have a fun winter car, so I got that one. But if you're interested in the Prelude, you still buy it. Like, this deck still works fine. Like, you could buy those gauges if you wanted them, and you could also buy underglow off eBay if you want. And you can also like, all the performance parts are still in the car. If you wanted the hinges left on, like for the Lambo doors, just let me know, and then I could leave them on for you. But I could also maybe leave the spoiler too. But I thought it looks pretty sleek without a spoiler. Front bumper's off right now because I had to take off the front tow hook, but it's easy for me to put it back on. So yeah. Not too bad. I had it over on this side. This little slit right in there, you see those holes? I had them. This isn't the front tow hook, but I had it like that, and then it came out the front right there. But yeah, you can see myself in the carbon fiber. But yeah, it's time to let her go. So if you're interested in buying, let me know. I'm asking $6,000, and car's got no rust. Car's great. Runs friggin' amazing. The car's a beast. No problem hearing that turbo spool up. My friends have said, because I got a sub in the back, my friends have said, like, my sub is really loud, but they say they don't even hear that. The one thing they hear, like a block away, is my turbo spooling up and my blow-off valve going and my wastegate opening, and it's just, they said the car just sounds like a beast. And that's the one thing I love so much about this car, and I don't want to get rid of it. It's just how mean and angry it sounds. But yeah, so if you're interested, let me know. Not much to update on, but I don't think there was anything else that you guys knew about other than the tow hooks, because I was running out of modifications to do to the car. Like, I had race seats, harnesses, the floors were all red because I had like red carpeting. I have my tow hooks. I took out the gauges on the side, the pillar pod. It was just a voltmeter and an air fuel, and I took out the RPM gauge. And but those mods you could easily like get back. You could put them back in if you wanted to. Underglow you could buy. It's like $150. RPM gauge, it's like, I don't know, 50. Those gauges probably 80. So if you put like $300, you could have the car exactly the way it was when I had it. Just race seats are a bit expensive though. I'm thinking about selling the seats separately and upgrading for the 240 to Sparkos, but not sure. But yeah, I'm asking $6,000. Like, you're paying for what's under the hood, which is a complete and fucking beast of a motor. So $6,000. I don't really want to go lower. You can make me an offer, but just let you know, you want to lowball me, I'm not gonna answer you, because my wastegate's worth $700 alone. So don't even bother wasting my time. I could park this car out and make 8, but I don't have the time because I want to buy a 240 real bad. Rims are still white, looking mint. Yep. I had the new exhaust. I showed you guys the exhaust. The exhaust is really just for show. Like, it's a big ass exhaust. Looks like a huge ass fart can, but it does not sound like one. The car sounds really deep, even on the throttle. You don't even hear it on the throttle. All that you hear is my turbo spooling and the wastegate open. But looks pretty good. I like it without a spoiler. I think it looks sleek, and you don't really want a spoiler on the front wheel drive because it creates downforce for the back end, but your front wheel drive, so you don't want downforce on the back end. You want it on the front end. That's why you see some Civics with spoiler on the hood. Looks stupid, but works. Yep, so this is my update. Sorry for the update if it wasn't what you guys were expecting. I haven't done much to it. I did a lot of motor work. A lot. Like changing the timing belt, the power steering belt, changed all the valves inside. I changed the plugs, the spark plugs, I changed the distributor, the rotor. I changed so much in this car that the motor is mint. All you got to do is take it out to the track and start racing. So, like, considering all that work that I've just put into the car, I put in about $2,000 just into the car just this past week. And I'm selling it for $6,000. So, like, I got to get some of my money back, and then I could put it into a new car. Reason for sale, obviously I told you, 240SX, my dream car. I've always loved them, but I love a Prelude too a lot. Just the look of this Prelude just really kills me. I love the front look. It looks so mean. So many people have commented saying that when they see me coming up behind them, they hear the car, they see the lights. It just looks like a mean ass car, especially with the hood. But it's time to let her go. If you guys want to know some of the mods quick, because I guess this is more of me selling the car than an update. It's an H22A1 VTEC, and the pounds hired kicks in at 5,000 RPMs. T3, T4 top man turbo. I have a TL38mm wastegate, Type RS blow-off valve, a JDM Sport intercooler. That is an eBay intercooler, but I bought it because eBay intercoolers are frickin' indestructible. They're amazing. So that's the only thing eBay is my intercooler. So you guys know. Only thing. And that's because they're friggin' amazing. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm only at 7 pounds of boost. I left the boost gauge in for you guys, so you know what you're boosting. It's safe tune to 7 pounds of boost. Got close to 300 horsepower, and yeah, car's friggin' awesome. I wish I could keep it, but it's time for me to move up in the cart line, and maybe later on in life when I have enough money, I'll buy another Prelude and I'll start customizing it just like this one, 'cause this one I love to death. But yeah. Yeah, so if you guys want any more updates, my MR2, nothing really done to it. I got the drift steering wheel, rims. I painted the headlights. If you guys want to see that, I painted I painted them like kind of crooked, like to give it that mean look, but it looks pretty awesome. I find with the HIDs, they say now that car looks pretty mean, but the only reason this one's parked is mainly because I don't want to. I'm trying to sell it. I don't want to be driving it around, and the insurance too. I can't afford the insurance, so it's time to let this beast go. If you want the spoiler, I'll give you the spoiler. I don't really care. Things bad with the car, not really any. Just the only that's like the only little speck of rust is just a little bit, and that's on the sunroof. That like this because it's not a glass sunroof. This is a hardtop, but it's not even part of the car. You can easily open it, undo the plugs, take it out, slap a new one on. The 93, I believe, Preludes came with the glass, so you could slap on a glass one and not have the hardtop. But I always like the look of the hardtop because people look at it and go, "The hell's that? Is that a sunroof or what?" But you could slap on a glass easily, so that's the only thing bad. Other than that, you might need to get a new paint job soon because it does. There are a few chips on the paint and a little bit of cracking in some spots. But people nowadays are plasti dipping their car. $300, plasti dip your whole car, and then you're done. That's it. And then like the car looks friggin' awesome, and the plasti dip's easy to wash. It's just like what I use for my rims. But I was always gonna plasti dip it. I was thinking plasti dipping it white or bright orange, just because I like the look. But then I wasn't gonna do bright orange because of the interior, so I was thinking maybe red. There's a whole bunch of colors you could plasti dip, and you could do it yourself. You could do it in your garage. So like I'm in my garage. It's not that fancy, but yep. So let me know what you guys think. If you want updates on other things, follow me on Instagram on it's all capitals U_boosted. That is my page where I have pictures of my girlfriends and my cars. So you can follow me on there. And yeah, I'd say Instagram's the best way to get in contact with me. If you have questions or if you want to buy this, you can buy it. I'm in Ottawa, Ontario. But if you want to ship it, I don't give a shit. As long as you pay me cash, the car gets to you. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think or if you want any other updates. So, thanks, guys. And subscribe, like, comment.